What's the biggest barrier to decarbonisation in the sector right now? Is it technology? Is it policy? Or is it simply mindset? Let's go around the panel. Anna Maria, we'll come to you first. What does your analyses show of this?
I think we don't get together. I think we see it in Europe. Sometimes we see difference in European countries. We think unity will be great if we could share the same values, the same interest, the same goal. I think and find like a win-win situation where it will help the whole continent and the whole bloc. So I think that's something that is stopping. Sometimes also a clarity on where to go, on having that technology that will really help us. For example, it's clear the grid. I think the grid modernization will be very interesting to really focus on that. How can we increase that? So sometimes what I see is that we have different ideas. We are all trying on our own or different organizations to find solutions, and it would be nice if we could channel them all together and try to find the best for all of us. So I think identifying the technologies and working together.
Fantastic, thank you. And let's come to Gill. Now, as a progressive technologist, maybe you don't think it's technology, but what would be your takeaway?
From my side, clearly policy. The reason why I'm saying policy is because of the fact that at this moment, if you look at the rules and regulations set out in Europe, there is not a consensus yet on the long-term vision where we want to go to, and it shows also in the regulations that are now at hand. And I think that's one of the biggest flaws, is that you start with basically a vision where you want to go to as a society, and you start calculating back and you start implementing rules and regulations as you go along. To my opinion, there are some conflicting regulations also, and there's a lot of lobbying also from oil and gas industry still within let's say those regulations, and you can still see that, and that's something that we will have to solve. Never forget that our mission and vision at Decarbon is quite clear. We want to move away from fossil feedstock. So for me, decarbonization is equal to defossilization, and it is a very, very big challenge that we are facing, which will need, and that's why we will need good policy makers to make this happen. I think there's still a lot of work to be done on this aspect.
Thank you. Well, policy is often the common denominator on our webinars, Tom, isn't it? Ravi, we'll come to you. Is it technology, is it policy, or mindset, in your opinion?
I would say it's policy and the investments. So if all the governments really understand the decarbonization and they focus on areas which are low-cost decarbonization and make a policy accordingly, it will help a lot. And they have to support the industry with subsidies. So it's the policy. Technology is available. Technology will refine, will progress. It's all available. It's a policy.
Fantastic, thank you. I feel like we're heading in a clear direction here, but of course, the final word goes to our sponsor, Jose Ramon. What's your take on this?
Well, I think that previously I positioned it already about this, but I will agree. Technology is not the thing. Policy is part of the problem. In some cases, much more, and then the mindset, depending the mindset from whom. The industry probably not, but I think that talking about governmental or political statement or decisions, there is a lack of common sense, and this is an excess of fundamentalist taking decision to go in one direction that maybe has not been, let's say, thought enough about consequence. And you were mentioning, Ana Maria, about the blackout in Spain. And it is very nice to talk about this when we were talking about the grid. And then you cannot, let's say, put in an incentive scheme to put renewable, let's say, plants one after another way, and you are not having your grid prepared, and even the how to operate the complete grid, and having prepared this against what can happen when you are having a percentage of renewable energy that is not having a kind of modularization of what is happening. This is something, and this is mainly related to decisions taken more political wise than technology wise, and this. So the common sense I would like to have more, and this is related to the mindset, and then forget about the fundamentalists, because I guess that the industry is prepared to implement it, the solution for decarbonize, and is looking for a policy that is helping them and not stopping the initiative with permitting and with the strange things, and at the same time that the infrastructure to decarbonize as well is not, let's say, touched by decisions that are going in one direction and in the other, and that can affect the industry. Because coming back to this effect of the blackout, the severe impact that have in all the population was incredible. 24 hours, very difficult. But the industry, some of the industry, they are still recovering for something that, well, I don't want to enter in a deep analysis, but are some consequences related to the decision that need to be taken more structured approach. And